Good morning. Welcome to your Tuesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum here with some words of wisdom to start your day. And I hope you all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Rainy as typical, but off to a new week, and we'll see what we can put in our lives that serves us well, serves us and what others well. So, today we have a card from the Soul Coaching deck by Denise Lynn, What Your Soul Wants You to Know. We've been seeing a fair amount of this deck lately, which is good. Welcome to whomever just popped on. Glad you're here. So we'll see what it has to deliver. But I like this word, and I want to do a little... Good morning, Peggy. Glad you're here. Welcome. Want to do a little exercise with it that I learned through my Tony Robbins work. And good morning, Joe Neal. Welcome, welcome. I see that you are popping in. I think someone explained it to me. Actually, it might have been you who explained it to me. When you open up the videos, when I'm live, good morning, Cindy. Glad you're here. Apparently what happens is now a different screen. There you are. Good morning, Joe Neal. A different screen pops up first that you have to go past. Otherwise, it bumps your message into my messenger instead of onto the feed. Strange. They like messing with things. Keep us on our toes. So, Soul Coaching deck, Denise Lynn, and our word. First, let's do some breath. That feels like it would be useful today. Nice deep breath in. Good morning, Gwen. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. A little bit of tapping on the chest. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Everybody rolling in. This is good. Good morning, Ruth Ann. We're just tapping to wake everything up here. Let's tap our brains. Wake up, be wise, be strong. And that actually is part of the flow of our word today, which is power. Power. There she is, soaring toward the stars. And the affirmation is, I am a radiant, glorious, powerful being. So when I first read the card and I saw those words, I'm a radiant, powerful, glorious being, I thought, not feeling that this morning. So I did this little exercise that Tony Robbins does called priming. And he does it every morning. And the gist behind it is it moves you into that state of animation, awareness, aliveness, etc. Well, there was a whole lot of A words, right? Good morning, Janine. Glad you are here. Yes, thank you, Cindy, for posting it. So what I'd like to do first before I read it is let's do the priming activity and move ourselves into that more energized state, all right? So shoulders back. What you're going to do is you're going to hold your hands tight, and then as you put them up, you open your palms. Then you bring them back down and close them and open. And we're going to do 30, and you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So you ready? And stop. What do you notice? I always get kind of a buzzy feeling in my head. Wakes things up. Can feel it in my arms and shoulders and chest. Everything starts moving. Typically, he will do 3 rounds of 30. So pause a little bit in between your rounds, but that's a little trick you can use to really energize yourself and get you moving. Good morning, Angie. Good morning to anybody I missed as I was doing the priming breathing. But let's read our card now. Because again, this is one of those words that has connotations to it. Tingly. Good. Yeah, it gets everything moving. So during the middle of the afternoon, if you're having post-lunch slump, do a couple of rounds of priming and see if that helps kind of lift things. So our word is power. And one more nice deep breath just to open up to receive the message. Awesome. Let's see what we get. Power. card meaning, express your strength with grace and take back your power. It's safe to own your gifts, and power, that sense of personal sovereignty, is one of your gifts. Accept that within you is a place of divine strength and inner ability. I love that. Divine strength and inner ability. That's us. Your soul wants you to know this card appears when you're ready to stand in your power. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. And that doesn't mean you have to snatch it back. Good morning, Peg. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Our card for today is power. You don't have to grab. It's not about a power struggle. It's about stepping into your sovereignty as a human being and owning and claiming and utilizing your power in productive ways. Okay, so again, we've talked about it's not power over, it's power with. Power with, all right? If you're holding on to some limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your power. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. The affirmation, I am a radiant, glorious, powerful being. Good morning, Mel. And that just tripped something off in my little brain. So let me see. Yes, it was. So let me grab this here. This is today's, good morning, Peggy. This is today's Father Richard Rohr reading, and it's called Knowing Our Neighbors. Knowing Our Neighbors. And the guest writer is a rabbi, Sharon Brous. And it's basically talking about the dignity of every human being. And I'm going to say talking about the dignity of every being, whether it's the tree beings, the rock beings, whatever. All right? Every being. And she said, rabbinic text from the 9th century declares that every person is accompanied at all times by a procession of angels crying out, make way, for an image of the Holy One is approaching. Good morning, Linda. Welcome. Every person like royalty, and yet again and again the image of the Holy One is controlled and contained, humiliated and degraded, incarcerated and incapacitated, shot and killed before our very eyes. How do we keep missing all those angels with their trumpets and proclamations, desperate to rouse us to the dignity of every human being? I just thought that was so interesting, and there was a part in there about strength. So let me find that. Yes. Let's see here. The challenge is to imagine a fundamentally different reality, a world in which we recognize and fight for each other's dignity, a world in which we train our hearts to see even the people others might render invisible, a world in which we recognize that we, images of the divine, are all bound up in the bond of life with one another, and our hardest and holiest work is not to look away. Good morning, Trish. Think of the strength that requires to meet the eyes of everybody. Everybody. And it shares a little story there about if you're in a bigger city, LA, Chicago, New York, and a naked man runs in front of you on the sidewalk screaming and cursing, what do? Most of us, of course, briskly cross the street. That guy's unwell, we think. But if you live in a tiny town of maybe 50 households, you're walking around one day when a naked man runs in front of you on the sidewalk, screaming and cursing. And because you live in a tiny town, you know this man. It's Henry. Last week, you just happened to know there was a terrible tragedy, and fire burned Henry's house to the ground, leaving him with nothing. What do? Henry, you say, come with me, friend. You need a warm meal and a safe place to stay. What does it take to shift our collective consciousness from stranger who is unwell to Henry, my neighbor, created in God's own image? How awesome is that? Oh, thank you, Cindy, for posting it. To me, this is a call to action. It's not just some esoteric thought process that we're meant to massage. It's what are we called to do for our neighbors? How do we meet needs? How do we choose to serve? And again, don't denigrate whatever service you provide. You might think, well, I only work with this small group of people, or I take care of my neighbor and mow her lawn and blah, blah. Not only, this is what I do. This is what I do to be of service. It all has value. I don't care what it is you do. If you're the notorious door opening person for everybody who's got their arms full, fabulous. Claim that. It's yours. We don't have to be doing 8,000 different things for massive groups of people. We just need to do our part. And we need to invite other people to do their part. And one of the best ways we do that is through modeling. Where are you going today? Well, I'm going to, help my neighbor deal with her, whatever, tree that fell down in the front yard. You're modeling for people. Here's how I step up. Here's how I am of service. Here's how I choose to offer my gifts of strength to those who maybe aren't feeling so strong right now, right? And I love that in this reading, she mentioned things like people being incarcerated and incapacitated. Because if you want a group of folks who we write off pretty easily, it's those who are experiencing incarceration, right? So I love that there are groups out there. I believe it's one of them. I always get them mixed up, but Joshua Moses, one of them, is the group that is focused on dealing with improving the lot of those who are incarcerated. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome. Glad you are here. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to have you here. So again, our word for today is power. And how will you use your power that was divinely granted from the moment you were here? How will you use your power to effect change, to improve the lot in life for yourself and for others? How are you going to lift people up? What will you do? It can be simple stuff. You're donating things. You're reading to people who can no longer read. You're smiling at people. Maybe you're the official smiler. That would be an awesome one. Just go out and make someone's day better by smiling. All right? But utilizing your power in that radiant, glorious, and powerful way, that's what we're up to today. So there's 13 of you on here. What a lucky number, right? I'm imagining all 13 of you, and myself included, going out into the world today and making little differences. You don't have to be doing big, amazing things. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome. We just need to be doing some kindnesses. Put them out there. Smile at somebody. Strike up a little conversation. Be available. Be present. Be open. Let's see what we can accomplish. All right? Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow, your powerful self. And remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.